Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, March 27th, 2020, and I'm coming to you with a few updates about what has been going on in the past few days. So if you watched my first week vlog, then you know that the first few days I still kept going out and picking up a few dog walks here and there. If you don't know, I am a dog walker. That is my full-time profession. I have since ceased that completely. Every time I check my app, this is what I get. I no longer go out. I did go out last Friday to go to the park just for my artist date for the Artist Way, and I don't even do that anymore. Now the only time I leave the house is to either go out and do some yard work in the backyard, or the only time I leave the yard is to go to the grocery store for more food. I just found out this morning that my roommate is feeling a little under the weather. She's older. I'm not sure exactly how old she is, but she's in her 60s or 70s, and she said this happens to her frequently. She'll start to just feel a little under the weather, and sometimes it develops into a sickness and sometimes it just goes away. She's wearing a mask. She's limiting the times that she comes out of her room to go downstairs. Won't lie, kind of has me a little worried. I have to change my battery because of course it wants to die right now. BRB. I have made a list of all of the things that I would like to discuss. As of Wednesday night, March 25th, the death toll in the US had reached over 1,000, and worldwide it had surpassed 21,000. I'm not sure exactly what the death toll is worldwide now, but I did see a statistic that said now the death toll in the US as of this morning was over 1,200. I have several friends of mine or people that I know or I'm friends with on Facebook that are medical personnel. Most of them are nurses, and it's all the same story for all of them. Most of them are in my home state of Florida, but they're also elsewhere, and everybody has the same story. They were not prepared for this. They don't have enough ventilators. Most of them don't have PPE, which I believe stands for personal protective equipment. And there are stories that are circulating of the having to wear the same mask all day. Like they literally have to like put it in a bag and put their name on it. Like these masks are only supposed to be one-time use masks, and not only are they having to wear them all day, but they're having to fluctuate back and forth between people who are infected with the virus and people who are not infected with it. So obviously that's cross-contamination. There was a story out of Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City where the nurses and doctors are having to wear trash bags, literally like black trash bags, as protection. And one of the nurses contracted the coronavirus and has since passed away. And it just came out in a statement today. Like they were like hospitals and medical personnel are pleading with the US government to send equipment, send money, send relief, And there was a story out the other day about how Donald Trump had told the governors of every state, they were on like this conference call, I guess. He had told them that they needed to provide equipment for themselves. So some of them reached out and tried to do that to these medical suppliers. And I believe the governor, I won't even quote which state it's from because I'm not really sure, that on a separate conference call said, hey, you told us that we were on our own for, providing our state with these supplies. Well, we contacted these medical providers to get this equipment that we need, and we were told that we were denied because we were outbid by the federal government. So Trump is telling all of these state governors that they're on their own, but then he's going behind their back and outbidding them and providing more money to these medical suppliers whom, of course, because healthcare is a for-profit industry in this country, are going to, go with whomever is the highest bidder. And then it just came out this morning that Donald Trump said, I really don't believe that you need all of these ventilators. Like, what? First of all, why in the hell are medical staff going to lie? Number two, he's the president of the United States. Like, I'm an average citizen. I'm paying attention. I know how many stories there are from medical personnel that are saying we don't have enough of anything. You know, we don't have enough equipment. We don't have enough protective gear. We don't have enough. People are dying. Literally, it's the same thing that happened in Italy. They didn't have enough ventilators, and they were having to make these like life-altering choices about who they let live and who they let die. Second of all, like, why are these ventilators and why are these things so expensive? Because it sure as hell doesn't cost that much to make these things. As we saw, there was a valve that was literally, like, I don't know if it was for the ventilators or exactly what it was for, but there is this particular valve that they didn't have enough of in Italy, and they it was $11,000 for this tiny little valve. And these people came in and they were like, we need like a mass amount of these produced, you know. And so these two guys stepped up, and they were 3D printers, and I think within 24 hours, I forget how many they were able to make, but literally they made the exact same valve, and the company that makes them refused to give them the blueprints of how to make them. So they had to basically take this valve apart and make 3 different variations of the valve to see which one would fit. And thankfully there was one of the 3 of them did fit, and so they were able to 3D print them. And for how much, you say? $1. Just about the equivalent of $1. And these medical companies are charging $11,000 for this valve. And then on top of that, the medical company was then threatening to sue these guys for creating this. Like, it's just so mind-blowing. It's so fucked. Like, I just can't wrap my head around the fact that there are people in this country and this world that are so in love with money that they're okay with letting people die. How do you argue with that? How do you debate that? How do you talk any sense into somebody or come to any sort of compromise with someone that doesn't care if you die? I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but there was I think it was the governor or someone that held a position in office in Texas that said that grandparents should be okay with dying for the economy. And within the last few days, we've had several billionaires, like as if they already don't have enough money, billionaires, talking about how the least vulnerable amongst us need to start to go back to work within the next few weeks. The US has since surpassed Italy and China for the most confirmed cases of the coronavirus. That brings me to the stimulus package that I've been talking about recently. The Senate has finally passed a stimulus package. They say it's $2 trillion. First, it turns out that it might not only be $2 trillion. One person is saying that it's looking like it's more like 4 trillion, and another person is saying that it's actually, when all is said and done, it's more like a $10 trillion bailout package. You know what we get? It looks like I haven't seen the text exactly, but what I am seeing is that anyone who made $75,000 or less, I think it's in their 2018 year, gets a $1,200 check. What the hell is $1,200 going to do for us? That's a one-time check. Other countries are giving their citizens like $2,000 per month until this thing is over. And instead, Wall Street got bailed out and major corporations got a huge fucking bailout as well. Once again, the poor and working class families will suffer the most. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted, the only people who are getting this bailout money are people with a social security number, not immigrants that are legally allowed to work in this country. I think it's a 10 number or something like that they said. These people are literally coming over here. They have the legal right to work. They pay taxes. And they're not gonna see anything. If there's any silver lining to this, people like Boris Johnson have tested positive for the coronavirus. Several other heads of state have also tested positive. And they all keep meeting with each other. They all keep telling us about how we're supposed to social distance and stay away from people, but they keep having meeting after meeting after meeting, and they're shaking hands. Cuba is stepping up. They have helped Italy, China, Jamaica, and they are in Belize as well. I believe they're also in Grenada. There's at least 1 or 2 other countries that they're in as well, helping doctors with the coronavirus. And Cuba, it's not a cure, but the medicine that Cuba has is it helps boost the immune system. So the people who have been dying from the coronavirus are people whose immune system is not 100%. So they're immunocompromised for, pre-existing conditions. This medicine that Cuba has, I will put the name of it right here because I don't remember exactly. It's alpha something, alpha 2B or I don't know. I'll put it right here. But yeah, that it helps boost people's immune systems, so it allows their immune system to fight off the virus. Belize is like my second home. Belize has confirmed at least 1 case, maybe 2 now, of people with that have tested positive. Those are the updates that I have for now. I will keep an eye out, an ear out, everything, and I will continue to update as much as possible. I said that today I was going to start filming everything and I forgot. So yeah, starting now, I'm going to film as much as possible. That way I get a gist of what it was that I was doing, even if it's mundane, even if it's like repetitive, because I've been doing a lot of the same things over and over again to try to get these projects done. Yeah, just, sorry if it's boring, but like I said in my first video, this is for posterity, for myself, so I can look back on, other people can look back on. Yeah, so all right, cue the montage. Good morning. It's another day. It is Saturday, March 28th, 2020, day 15 of quarantine for me. That's insane. I swear on everything, it feels like it's been like 3 to 4 days. It's been over 2 weeks. That's crazy. And it's gonna last a lot longer than that. Delicious breakfast. 1 sliced apple with peanut butter and granola. When there's food, he's never too far away. Eno! Good boy. Good boy. Eno. Oh. The update on the fuckery that's going on. Trump has allowed the EPA to basically get rid of all regulations right now. From everyone being inside, the pollution levels in every city have like dropped dramatically. There's no smog in Los Angeles. And now this gives freaking corporations that already didn't give a shit about us carte blanche to just do whatever the hell they want. They can literally dump sewage in the rivers and our water sources. They're actually supposed to keep track of their violations. So they can report their violations, but they won't be punished for them. What? Trump has said, he actually said that if your cities want ventilators, then your governors have to be nice to me. It's a two-way street. So basically, people are dying in New York right now that don't have to die because Trump is mad that Governor Cuomo has been mean to him. And I tried to file for unemployment yesterday in Seattle, and the application is just absolutely ridiculous. Like the things that they ask, it's so confusing. First of all, one of the first questions they ask is, well, like, how much money I made during these separate quarters. So this first quarter, which was from like October 31st to December of 2018, I wasn't really employed. I can't even remember what I was doing, honestly. So I put like a lesser amount, but then in December of 2018 is when I got hired for the company that I work for, and so I put a higher amount for that time. And then another separate question was like, did you work less than 17 hours during this period? And I swear to you, it said October 2018 to December 2018. So I put yes, because I was like not really, you know, employed. Somehow, I don't know if it said, like, if it gave the whole last like year and a half for that period or what. I'm not even sure what I marked, but like when I hit submit, I like immediately received an email saying that I was ineligible because I hadn't worked the required 680 hours the last year and a half. Which is absolute bullshit, because yes, I have worked that much, and I've worked way more than that. I found out how much our stimulus checks are going to be. It is a one-time payment of $1,200. Cruise ships got like a $500 billion bailout, like, and they're still operating. Like, you're not supposed to have any gatherings. In most places, it's like 50 or more. Some places it's 500 or more. Some places it's only 10 or more. But you're still operating cruise ships. Right now, I don't know if it's like docked yet, but I saw several articles about how a cruise ship was approaching Florida with 4 confirmed people dead on the ship, and like 100 were in quarantine because of their sickness. I guarantee you, people are still not going to want to like rise up. People are still not going to be mad enough. I don't know if there's ever going to be a situation where something happens that people are just so fed up, because in my opinion, this would be it. The way that this US government, this administration has handled this pandemic, this is it. This is the time that people are supposed to be angry and supposed to say no, no more. But so many people just want to get back to their lives as normal, and it's just, it can't happen. It can't happen. Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, started this contribution fund for his employees. Put in $25 million. And then claimed that it was because of the nature of the fund, it was eligible for people to make contributions to it. So Amazon said that people can make contributions to Amazon workers if they want. Jeff Bezos is literally the richest man in the world. I'll try to find a figure and put it up here about how much he's worth. So you're gonna tell me a man that has hoarded that much money can't give some of it to his employees? I don't know why I was sent here into this world at this time, but it's incredibly frustrating. The level of people's stupidity is just beyond mind-blowing. Anyways, I'm gonna get to work because I don't know, I just gotta keep my mind off of this for a little while, because this is insanity. Good morning, everyone. There's not a whole lot to update you on. Everything is still a circus. I literally have to like limit how much I'm on Facebook or social media, and it can be very overwhelming. And even for someone like me whom is like wants to keep up to date, I can feel it weighing on me sometimes if I consume too much of the information. It's bad enough that, you know, we have our president and several billionaires already wanting us to go back to work because they're losing money. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to lose track. Actually, about a week ago, I started to lose track of what day it was. Today is Sunday, March 29th, 2020, and I just had a shower for the first time since Thursday. Literally, like, I haven't left my yard. Well, I haven't even gone outside since Friday. No, since Thursday. Yeah, since Thursday. I haven't left the yard. I can't even remember because I deleted the photos from my phone, or I mean the videos from my phone of the last time that I went to the grocery store because I had already put it in the vlog, and now I can't remember what was the last day that I went to the store, so I don't even remember. It's been over at least a week, maybe longer. To be honest with you, I am such an introvert, and this is just like real life for me anyways. The only thing that's different is that normally I would leave the house from like 10 to 5 or 10 to 6, you know, and be gone doing dog walks for the majority of the day before I came back and did this exact same thing that I'm now doing all day. And I haven't been bored yet because I have so many projects to catch up on. But and then I'm trying to like watch movies and do social media, smoke a little bit, and just have like some relaxation sessions. And I need to meditate more. I really do. I did that for one day and it was an amazing day, and so much great stuff has come out of that, that if I can do that on a daily basis, then I can only imagine how amazing everything would be, well, given the circumstances. Didn't film breakfast this morning. I've been telling myself that I'm going to be vlogging everything, but I'm just not used to it, so it's just not happening. I don't even care how mundane it is. I'm just literally like forgetting to pick up the camera. And I've switched to my Canon G7X Mark II because taking video on my phone, for whatever reason, now that the Adobe Premiere has updated, it doesn't accept my, like, the videos from my phone are considered like QuickTime videos, .movs, and yeah, it won't transfer them. I have to, I found a software that I downloaded that I can convert them. I'm not able to like batch convert them, so I have to convert them one by one by one, and that is exhausting and it takes up a lot of time. So it's easier, even though this is heavier, this is easier for me in the long run and saves a lot more time to use this, and the quality is better. So, but you know, for those quick things that if I forget to take this out with me, if I go to the store or something, then my phone will be sufficient. That is the update for now. I will keep you updated if anything drastic happens. Thumbnail. As I haven't been walking in like 2 weeks, and since I'm used to walking 6 days a week, upwards of like 12 miles some days, my body is becoming extremely tense, and the last 2 nights I've actually had problems sleeping because I just can't get comfortable due to my lower back being in so much pain. I just did some stretches finally. I've been wanting to do them for a while now, and I want to do some exercises as well, but I am on the 2nd floor in kind of like the attic basically. So there's a room right below me and there's a room right next to me. Yeah, I can't really do jumping jacks and stuff like that here on the second floor because it would be a nightmare. Definitely gotta get some type of exercise in. I wanted to do a walk today, but I didn't get around to it, and honestly, like, I've just been inside so much, like I know I'm gonna have to like talk myself into actually going outside, because once I get into this like feeling of being comfortable here, I have no desire to leave. I will talk to you all in several hours whenever I wake up. All right, I am going to do some meditation, maybe read a little bit, and take my ass to sleep. All right. Mwah. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, March 30th. I have been in quarantine now for 2 weeks. It's like 11:30 about right now, and yeah, I had breakfast earlier and I'm just writing my morning pages. I've actually been writing my morning pages now for like an hour and a half. I keep getting distracted, but yeah, it's the same thing today, you know, breakfast, morning pages. What else do we have on the list? All right, so we've got finish the morning pages, then I need to pay my bills for the month of April. My parents shout out to my parents, seriously. Like, if it wasn't for them and my privilege, like, I would be stressing a lot more right now than I actually am. They helped me out with some money, so I'm able to pay my bills and I don't have to, you know, worry about it. Do the artist's way. I want to read a little bit. Oh, I want to come up with some new recipes. So today it is my goal to scroll through Instagram and find some nice vegan and vegetarian options of things that I've either never had or never cooked before. Cooking is one of the only ways that I'm able to be creative right now. So yeah, oh, I need to stretch when I'm done with this. I stretched last night right before I went to sleep and it really helped me out. So yeah, I want to start stretching in the morning and stretching at night before I go to bed. I do also want to do some yoga as well. I found somebody recommended this person who was doing these yoga stretches on Instagram. So she's got like different days for different parts of your body. I think yoga and stretching and meditation are all really important right now, as we, you know, stay inside to help keep us sane, help keep our bodies healthy. Nothing too crazy has happened, except for I did just read an article about how there's like a portion of the $2 trillion stimulus bill that gives wealthy real estate agents a tax break for the next 3 years. So go figure. I think more and more, as you know, people read through what the bill says, they're gonna come out with a lot more articles about all the bullshit that is in there. Fuck this country. Well, that was an interesting last few hours. Yeah, I started getting into that book, The Journey of Awakening, and I had hit my weed pen a couple of times and I had my notebook open so I could make some notes. And yeah, within just a few pages, I went to like this different level and realized a bunch of things that are like kind of blowing my mind, which is like, I'm not surprised, I'm not, you know, shocked or anything like that, but this is like all pertaining to me personally. And then afterwards I had like an hour nap, and it's just like I stayed in the exact same position. I didn't move. I had the covers over my head and I was just like, I don't know, in this like state of bliss the entire time. And I was like super conscious. I don't think I was as conscious as I can be, but I was more conscious than I usually am. Certain things were coming at me, and then my brain was just like answering them like, no, this is this, no, this is that. I don't know. I know it's very vague and it sounds like, what is it? No, I'm not still high, but I very much believe in the healing powers and medicinal powers of marijuana, and I will be an advocate till the day I die. Hello everyone! I'm coming to you from the future and I'm in the midst of editing this video, and I talked for hella long. Holy crap, I didn't think I had any footage, which I didn't really. I didn't have a lot of footage of me doing anything. I was just talking a lot, but I feel like it's important information that pertains to the situation going on. So I wanted to leave it in, but also I didn't want to make a 50-minute long video because I know y'all don't even stay for the full 30-minute ones, let alone a 50-minute one. So I'm breaking this up into 2 parts. This is the end of the first one, and I will bring you the second one in just a few days. Fingers crossed. It's mostly edited, just gotta add some music. Alright then, loves, I will see you all at the end of April, and I know, you see me, I live in this thing is like attached to me. Leave me alone, I'm living my best life. Bye! Mwah!